Welcome back, boys and girls, to the southern wing of the Stink Bug Works. Today, I want to talk about the 2S challenge. Now, one of my viewers, who I shall call Jim, said that he can't put buoys out in his pond because it's a state park. And I'll show you what I've done before that works real well, and there's nothing permanent. So watch if you would. You get a styrofoam ball. And to it you attach a sinking fishing line. Here's the bottom of the pond. And on that sinking line, you put a sliding weight. I've used a big washer, or you could use a lead weight, but you just have a weight with a hole on it that can go to the bottom. And this string would just go up to the shore. And what you do to set and of course, here's the water level. And then this thing, of course, is now down here. Here's your weight. And so how you get this out there is you take your styrofoam ball with the weight right here and the string, and then you set the string down on the ground where it can easily unroll, and you grab this line here and you swing it around and you fling this styrofoam ball with the weight on it out as far as it can go, and it hits the water and the weight goes straight down and pulls this line with it. So there's your buoy out there, and the line, you make sure you anchor that line. You anchor that line to the ground somewhere. So when you throw it out, you can just pull it back in when you're done. No harm, no foul. And it's just that easy. All you need is some sinking fishing line, a weight, a styrofoam ball, and that's it. Problem solved. My entry. Now, I'm kind of finalizing the rules, but we're going to set up oval boats on 2S. And remember, my buddy Brian has already done over 100 with his 2S riggers, so, trying to go in straight line speed just won't work. I got to make it fair for people because the competition's really tough out there. I got my speed control in. I see Big B holding this speed control, and it looks so small, and he puts it in his boats, and it looks so lost. And compared to this thing, it's a freaking brick. And I'm thinking for weight and balance, I'm going to have to do this trick, is putting the motor back here and shoving this speed control up there, because it's a freaking beast. Of course, so is this. This consumes amps, and it turns amps into rotational speed. So it needs something that big. I don't think the 120 amp controllers that I'm so fond of would work with this. So I'm looking at servos. I've got this 7 kilogram mini servo that I've used in a couple of my bigger boats, and it's worked perfectly well, but I don't know about this. So I've got a little larger servo here that I can put in. Both of them are decent servos, metal gears, high torque, that kind of stuff. Driveline. I had a couple of 130 cables with a step down to an 1/8 inch prop. I'm with this, I've got to run some small props. And so I got to looking at that 130 cable, and that's kind of small. So I went up the next size. I went to 150 cable. I can't get a step down on anything larger than 150, or at least I haven't seen one. If you can go from 3/16 down to, or a 3/16 cable down to an 1/8" prop. I just haven't seen those. Anyway, I'm thinking this thing's going to run on props between 32 and 35 millimeters. As I recall from my days setting this thing up in FE Calc, when I actually had FE Calc, I ran the numbers on this, and with a 427, it was already starting to pull like 90 amps. So, and at the time I didn't have big enough speed controls, so I didn't look past, about 150 amps or closer to 100 amps. So at 90 amps, or with a 427, this draws 90 amps. So my guess is with 32 to 35 millimeter props, we're going to be close to those numbers. What batteries to run? Somebody questioned, can he run his 5,000 milliamp batteries? And for what I'm proposing, 5,000 is a bare minimum. And I'm thinking of letting you guys go to 10,000 so you can put two 5,000s in, just because for a real fast 2-cell boat, it's going to eat some amps. And so I'm seriously considering letting you go to 10,000, or maybe I'll be evil and make it like 9,000 and force you to get 4,500s. No, I'm seriously considering 10,000s, just because these are going to be amp hogs. To be really fast, this thing's not light. To be really fast, it's going to eat amps. And if it's hefty, it's going to eat amps. So there you go. That's about all I have for you today, boys and girls. So until next time, jet out.